Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I know it's kind of dark. The lights, two of my light bulbs went out on my what is it called? The thing above the table, the lamp, I guess. Yeah, the light bulbs went out. I have three. Two of them went out, so that's why I kind of opened up the curtains so you could try and see me. But yeah, so that's why it may look a little bit dark. I don't have any lighting. All right, so listen, let's go ahead and get into this review of Chasing Dallas, the reunion part 2. I know I am hella late, but you know, I don't know what it is, but I have just not been in the video making mood. I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to get out of that funk. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the review because it's really not going to be that long. So we found out why Ricci pretty much had an attitude at the beginning of part 1 of the reunion because there were some things going on behind the scenes with cast members arriving late. I think the call time was 8:30, and I think they didn't get started until 10:30. So, you know, I guess it's safe to assume that that's why Ricci was kind of in a funk at the beginning of the reunion part 1. I think this goes to prove my point even more that, and it's just not Ricci, it's Ricci, Shawnee, Mona Scott, everybody. I think either you need to pick, like, are you going to be in front of the camera or behind the camera? Because clearly, even though I would have been upset too, if the call time is 8:30 and y'all asses don't show up until 10:30, I would be upset as well. But I think it goes to show how you can't just turn it off and turn it on. Because that situation that was going on behind the scenes with the cast members arriving, that was a behind the scenes incident. You brought that in front of the camera. That's why you had an attitude. You know, you came in because you were still upset about the cast members or whoever it was not arriving on time. So that just goes to show that you can't turn it on and turn it off. I don't like Ricci as an EP and a cast member. I don't like Shawnee as an EP and a cast member. I didn't like when Mona Scott Young used to host the reunions. I don't like Andy hosting the reunions of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think you need to pick and choose. I do think the line starts to become blurry. And I know somebody said that Shawnee can do it or something like that. The thing is with Shawnee can't do it. And those girls don't treat Shawnee like they treat the other girls. Have y'all ever noticed on Basketball Wives how everybody on the show can be called a bitch, a hoe, a slut, get popped in their face, get drinks thrown in their face, hair pulled, purses snatched, and Shawnee? I remember when Brandy called her a bitch on that beach. She dismissed Brandy. Why are you above the mess? So all I'm saying is with Ricci, I don't think that Ricci thinks that he's above the mess. However, I think that it's hard. I just don't think Ricci should be. Either Ricci needs to be an EP or either he needs to hire or get a bigger team. But I just don't think it's working out with him being an EP and a cast member. I just don't. And as you can see, the cast all have a problem with Ricci. But at the end of the day, this is his show from what I understand. So at the end of the day, Ricci can do what he wants to do. This is his shit. He funded this project from what I understand. So if Ricci wants to be EP and cast, can't nobody do nothing about it. However, I think that if he wants this to be successful, he's going to have to choose. I don't know. That's just my opinion. It really was a whole bunch of nothing. I'm not even trying to be funny. Most of the second part of the reunion was really about them being dissatisfied with production. I think Ricci, everybody's not lying. I don't know if this is a project where I don't think the cast members get paid. I think this is something they sign up for. I don't know if the production team gets paid or not. but I just don't see everybody. Everybody pretty much has the same story when it comes to production. Pretty much, y'all are unprofessional, somewhat disrespectful. George, he likes to hear himself talk, but I felt as though he was kind of telling the truth when he talked about Ricci not. When him and Ricci fell out, because if y'all remember the season, him and Ricci falling out came so far so far from left field. Like, why are you mad at George? This is so out the blue. And then when George basically stated that he had set up, he was going to have some type of party at his home. He bought drinks and food, and then come to find out, production wasn't even going to show up. And then Ricci was like, well, I can't make them show up. Well, girl, if you're trying to do a show, somebody needs to show up. Like, how can you have a production team and I can't make them show up? Well, what the fuck you got a production team for? And so that leads me to believe that everybody is doing this, for free, which is fine if that's what they signed up for. But if you're trying to shoot a reality TV show, and then on top of that, you're not communicating well with the cast members, they're finding out through other cast members, they're not coming. After I would be pissed off too if I was George. I don't give a damn if I spent $5. I still went out and spent my money thinking that I was about to shoot this scene at my house, and I had to find out through Markel that y'all hoes ain't even coming. And then your reasoning is, well, I can't make them come. Well, bitch, if they work for you, or if you trying to do this reality TV thing, then somebody needs to show up. I think that Ricci did get upset at George because of the way George responded to Ricci because of that situation, and he brought that behind the scenes in front of the camera, and he made it be some situation with George, because at the end of the day, George and Ricci were cool this whole season until George and Ricci, until Ricci decided not to invite him to his birthday party. And again, I thought that was so strange and out of left field, because where did this come from? Trey Howard. I was laughing when Trey was crying. I was. It was childish. It was immature. It was juvenile. It was uncalled for. Girl, he up there huffing and puffing like he about to blow the whole house down. Girl, if you don't calm the fuck down. That right there made me. At first, I said that Trey Howard should have a peach. When he started doing all that hollering and screaming and crying and huffing and puffing, I said he's too young. He's too young. He's too young to be on this show. He can't handle it. Like, I don't know if Trey knows, but Trey, you are a friend of the show. You are the Marlo of the show. You are the Tanya of the show. You're not Nene, Cynthia, Kenya, Eva, Candy, Portia, Kenya. If I miss, you're not any of that. You don't hold a peach. You are a friend of the show. That's your role. You are. What did he say? And it was good. You are like a B. You are a B character. You are. You're not A. But the thing is, Trey, you should be happy. You really did have two big successful events. You can't have all the camera time. And to me, it actually made sense what Ricci was saying about basically teaming up Carrie and Kane for that, for that styling situation. Girl, they're both peach holders. They come before you. Like, the peach holder gets the camera time before the friend. And then somewhere we can fit the friend in. But I just felt like, I don't think that people are being honest with Trey. Like, Trey needs to understand his position. And I don't think he knows his position. Like, girl, you signed up for this. Yes, you were on the show. Yes, you had a lot of camera time, just like Marlo gets a lot of camera time, just like Tanya gets a lot of camera time. But the truth of the matter is, even with Marlo's not going to have an event by herself. She's going to have an event, and if the other girls don't show up, the event is going to be scraped. Because the show is not about friends of the housewives. It's about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we're going to sprinkle a couple of bitches throughout the show. I don't think Trey is ready to be a peach holder. And for those, a peach holder, for before y'all even get in the comment section, Real Housewives of Atlanta is like my favorite reality show. One of my favorite reality shows. Because, you know, they hold peaches. I just say everybody hold. Anytime I talk about a reality show, I'm always like, okay, she hold a peach or she don't hold a peach. I don't think Trey is ready to be a full-time cast member. I don't even really think that he should come back to the show, honestly. He's too entitled for me. He's too young for me. That crying and huffing and puffing was just too much. Somebody needs to pull him to the side and let him know, baby, you got a lot of camera time. And you really did have 2 big, successful events. Girl, what else do you want? Girl, you're a friend of the show. They said he said that was treating him like he was the lowest man on the totem pole. You are. And that's not even being funny. Like, you are. There's a ranking when it comes to it. You see what I'm saying? And the girls in the opening credits, they're ranked above you. Girl. Will there be a season 3? I wouldn't care if it was or if it wasn't. I think it should. I mean, I wouldn't die if it didn't come back. I think it should be a season 3. I think that Ricci definitely, because again, from what I understand, this is his shit. This is his show, so he can do it with it as he pleases. But I do think that Ricci needs to really sit down and listen to what people are saying, because Ricci, everybody don't have no problem with you just to have a problem with you. Like, baby, when Carrie, let me just say something. What put the nail in the coffin for me was when Carrie started talking. Carrie don't say shit. So if Carrie got a problem, then baby, it's a motherfucking problem, Ricci G. Carrie got a problem. George got a problem. Dior got a problem. Trey got a problem. Ariel had a problem at one point. Like, everybody ain't got no problem with you just to have a problem with you. So I think that maybe you really need to sit back and just think about it. Reevaluate how you want to do this for season 3. Maybe, you know, you just need to add, if you can, like I said, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Maybe if you can add 2 or 3 more people to the production, that will probably help out a lot. It sounds like you try to do everything by yourself. And that's probably part of the reason too, because you may try to do everything, but I just think you need to sit back and reevaluate the situation before going into season 3, if there is a season 3, because again, like, you can't do it all on your own. And that may be what the problem is. You're trying to be Superwoman. And girl, you really trying to be a real life Power Ranger, because you look like one. Other than that, you know, I think that everybody could come back. I'm really kind of over Trey. I think he has a lot of growing up to do. I don't want to hear Dior talk about nothing about my child. Girl, that gay, now see, that's the stuff that's why I never could be in a gay family, because I don't understand stuff like that. Like the whole, girl, your children are 25 years old, 29, you talking about my children. Girl, that's a grown ass man. Girl. I would love for everybody to come back, except for Trey. Carrie can go too, honestly. I feel like Carrie. Now, if anything, before I saw how Trey was acting at this reunion, I would have switched out. I would have switched out Trey. For, if anything, Carrie should have been a friend of And Trey should have been a peach holder. But once I saw how Trey was up, I was like, oh, girl, you and the girl, I would have been sitting there like, you just know this bitch is not doing all this, girl. Can we come on? Cause I'm about to go home. Girl, he doing too much back there. Too much, girl. Carrie, he can go. Carrie didn't bring nothing to this season. Carrie can go. Trey can go. Who they need to bring on is Antonio. Antonio can be a housewife. Antonio can be a cast member. Bring on Antonio. They ain't gotta bring Premier back. Premier didn't bring nothing to this season either. Yeah, bring on a couple of new faces. You can bring back George, bring back Markel, bring back Trey Womack, bring back Ariel. You can bring back Dior, I guess. And bring on probably, you can leave Carrie, you ain't got to bring Carrie back. If Carrie, you know what it is? If Carrie was more like he was at the reunion throughout the season, then I would have like, okay. But because Carrie didn't give me nothing throughout the season, like nothing. I don't remember nothing Carrie did. You can leave Carrie where he at, bring on somebody else. Yeah. And bring on another friend. And stop bringing bitches around if they can't show their face. All that blurring out faces and shit, that was so old. Ugh. All right, y'all. That's all I got. I'm done. I'm thinking about reviewing G Status. I saw the trailer the other day. What's it called? G Status? G Status? ATL? Something like that. I'm not sure though. I'm thinking about it. It seems like a lot. That's the only thing I'm like, this seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of people. I like that's one of the reasons why, well, first of all, Love and Hip Hop is just the same storylines from franchise to franchise to franchise. But it's also too many people. And that G Status show look like it's a lot of people. That's one thing I like about like the Housewives is because you have your cast members and you might throw 2 extra bitches in. Okay? But G Status look like it's about 12 people. Girl, where all these people come from? Where are all these people coming from? But I might review it. I don't know, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm gone.